Beastburg broadcast, number 001.
Okay, this is Uncle Bert Lamb saying hello from Beastburg. We're broadcasting from planet Darkstar today to your planet Earth. We want to thank you for sending Earth songs to us in musical notation format and for making them show up as screensavers on our idle computers. This Darkstar Journal show is a sort of return gift from our little group. On Darkstar, it is 3215, the 8th month, August, and the 13th day, and it's a Sunday. We'd been in West Cleanser with our daughter Acrylic for the weekend. Rosabella was spending the day collecting blueberries with her father and her ram nieces. Acrylic had agreed to accompany me on my first trip down the coast to visit the Woody Spit Orphanage. Hearing I spent weekends near to Woody Spit, Einstein Chimp asked me to email Bumblebee and have a preliminary talk with him about the education of flybots, the military drones developed by Carmel Fly during the Second Insect War. I know Bumble because he helps out with the orphan band when they perform at the Egret Club in Beastburg, where Jilly Rabbit sings. This was to be a first visit to Woody Spit for Acrylic as well. There is a reason we have never visited Woody Spit. The Woody Spit principal Esmeralda Rabbit can't stand my wife Rosabella. She's hated her for over 50 years, since they attended the same boarding school, Magic Eye, up at the top of Bulliam. When Rosabella was 10 and Esmeralda a mature 17-year-old, Rosabella, while climbing a tree, saw Esmeralda kissing the school principal, Angus Rabbit, in a treehouse. Rosabella told Angus's partner in running the school, Maisie Border Collie, about it, and a massive scandal ensued. Esmeralda has always blamed Rosabella. At the time, when Esmeralda turned 18 and it was legal to do so, Angus Rabbit married her, and they left Magic Eye to start the Woody Spit Orphanage, with help from Esmeralda's rich parents. The scandal died down and the years went by, but Esmeralda never forgave Rosabella or Maisie Border Collie. Thus it was that our family couldn't have anything to do with Woody Spit, neither while Angus was alive or since Esmeralda took over running the place on her own. But now, with our daughter Rayon going with Curly Lamb, who is on the staff at Woody Spit, at least one member of our family is regularly spending time out there. And with our increasingly close connection to many old spitters, I thought maybe this could be a good moment to repair the breach by just acting normal and showing up at the gate to visit Bumble. Rosabella thought it worth a try, and Acrylic was game for coming with me, so here we were. We drove out in our country car with Acrylic driving. Now that my daughter Woolen has given us a pass, there was no trouble getting by the Boer Estate guardhouse, which somehow added to my feeling that it might potentially be easy now to get on a new basis with Woody Spit. Woolen at Tiger House has just become one of their nearest neighbors. Anyway, we would try our luck. After the driveway for Tiger House, the High Wolds dirt road is less well maintained. The Woody Spit Drive meandered down through a pine wood until we came to a break in the woods created by a wide tract of cleared land going around the perimeter of the property. A tall, electrified fence ran through the middle of the cleared land, and there were telephone poles evenly spaced featuring street lamps ready to illuminate the cleared land. It all looked very high-tech and a bit threatening, like a prison or something. The dirt track had an automatic gate with a little hut barring the way, very like the Boer Estate roadblock. When we drew up, a teenage girl beagle got up from sitting under the shade of the hut and, holding her paperback open, walked around to the driver's window, which Acrylic rolled down. "Hi," said the girl. "I'm Astrid Beagle. Who are you?" "Acrylic and Bert Lamb," said Acrylic. "We have an appointment with Bumblebee." "Great," said Astrid. "I'll just check you on the database." and we gave her our names, which she typed into her teleportal. "Sorry," she said. "I have to call the house for this one." And she held the teleportal to her ear. "Tell Esmeralda Acrylic and Bert Lamb are here." Then Astrid put her teleportal in her pocket and said, "You're Rayon's sister." And she offered her hand for Acrylic to shake. "This will take a while. Why don't we sit at the picnic table under the tree and play cards while we wait? Bagatelle?" "Lovely," said Acrylic, getting out of the car, and I got out too and stretched. Sitting in the dappled sunlight under the tall pine tree playing cards, out of the heat of the cleared track, was very pleasant. "This is taking too long. I bet she's on her beast." "Her beast?" I asked. "Her ancient sit-up-and-beg bicycle? How do you get on the short list of animals that require Esmeralda being called?" "She hates my wife," I said. "Fair enough," said Astra. Up the dirt track from Woody Spit, an elderly lady rabbit on a bicycle slowly cycled towards us through the woods. "Hello there," she called as she struggled up the last incline. "Hello to you," I called back to her. We stood up by the picnic table. She heaved herself off the bicycle, snapped on the bike stand, and stepped forward to shake her fist in my face. "I know who you are, and I presume this is one of your daughters. Do I have to speak the unspoken rule? You and your family, all of Rosabella's relations, in fact, are not welcome at Woody Spit." "What about Rayon?" said Astrid. "She's Curly Ram's girlfriend." "I didn't know that. She'll have to be banned as well," said Esmeralda. "You can't do that," said Astrid. "Banning animals has to go through the moot." "Not in this case. It's my property." "Speaking technically, it's not your property anymore. It's co-owned by the whole Mootlet group." "But I," said Esmeralda, drawing herself up to her full height, "am the current principal of Woody Spit." Astrid turned to us. "I'm afraid this isn't going to work. I'll text the top mootlet, Jilly Rabbit, and put the issue on the agenda for our weekly community moot tomorrow. Give me your contact details, and afterwards I'll get in touch." Acrylic took out her teleportal, and the two phones touched. "Sorry," said Acrylic. "I'm sorry we set all this off." "It's fine," said Astrid, still speaking as if Esmeralda wasn't there. "I'm glad it was me on the gate. I'm sure it will be okay for you to come next weekend." "It will not be okay. I'm going to fight this." Esmeralda, without saying another word, turned her bike around, got on it, and wobbled down the hill. We both thanked Astrid, turned our car around, and drove back up the drive. As we went around the corner onto the high Wold Road, I noticed an odd shape in the wheat field across the way. "Look!" I exclaimed. "A crop circle." "Whose field is it in?" asked Acrylic. "Jean Rabbit's," I said. "She won't mind us looking around. She's had them before." We parked the car and walked up the tram line created by the huge tractor tires and down into a dip, where below us we could see a 5-pointed star with a circle around it, a perfect pentagram. The outer circle was created by laid wheat, but the pentagram looked somehow flat. "I don't see any footprints going in or out," said Acrylic as we entered the outer circle. "No, it looks very new," I said. "What a beauty," Acrylic sighed. "Maybe we should go straight home and tell Ma. She won't want to miss this." "Good idea," I said, but I kept on walking. The star, unusually, wasn't made by standing wheat, but had somehow been woven into the laid crop. We followed one of the lines of the star to the huge swirl at the center, and after looking about for a while, we both lay down and looked up at the pinky white clouds scudding across the deep blue sky.
Bye.